lock up shop. That's what Lyon should have done in this, and probably would have look at that.
It wouldn't
Maguire,
have worked because Maguire tore past the other defender.
Okay, look at that.
Once you cross ball, Maguire.
No, what I'm saying, look at that Maguire. Maguire, it was just one-on-one.
Yes.
One-on-one. And by that time, you should have about 100 defenders
in the 18-yard box.
You already made your subs. You didn't see, you already made the sub with introducing 4 attackers.
No, what I'm saying,
and to get that's to get the comeback.
What I'm saying for Lyon, for Lyon to defend.
That's what I'm saying.
For
the attackers will not see you defend.
After you've gotten the 2 goals in extra time, you bring everybody into the 18-yard box and pack up shop.
Who's going to defend for you? Because you already made your sub when you were losing 2 goals. You made your sub by taking off defenders.
Are you saying that attackers cannot defend the game?
Now, the way the attackers will defend and the defenders will defend are not the same.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Play ball!
It was a 9-goal thriller at Old Trafford. Man scored 2 in the first half. In the second half, Lyon came back and equalized, made it 2-2, 90 minutes. Even though in the 90th minute, Tolisso got a red card. He entered extra time. That extra time, Lyon scored 2 in the extra time. Man, you had 10 minutes to go in that game. They scored 3 to make it 5-4 against Lyon. Now they are through to the semi-final of the Europa League. They play Atletico Club or Atletico Bilbao, and they used to call them. If you look at that game, interesting game. Man U came in fighting. First half, everybody say, what did happen for this Man U team? Bam, they don't score goal. Good assist from Garnacho to Ugarte to score that first goal. Dallas scored another goal in the final minute of the first half. It was 2-0. Everybody was thinking, okay, this is going to be a walkover. Manchester United was Manchester United again in the second half. They considered 2 goals to make it 2-2 in 90 minutes.
You know, the beauty of that game yesterday is that Manchester United have in this season conceded first 19 games out of the 31 they've played so far, 32. And for the first time this season, they scored not just 1, they scored 2 first, and then they had a very good, fantastic first half. Though performances dipped in the second half, and they let Lyon get back into the game through the goals they conceded. And but you have to give them kudos with the fact that they showed glimpses of the never say die spirit when they came back and to score 3 in the extra time and take it beyond the limits that Lyon could go. Of course, they were helped by the red card given to Corentin Tolisso, who shouldn't have considered the second yellow card, which he did, and got his matching orders. But Manchester United, fantastic performance all around.
Fantastic performance for Manchester United. Amorim did well with his tactics, especially in the first half, but in the second half, I don't know what happened.
In the second half, the substitution bench couldn't do anything because the first sub was Luke Shaw. Me, I'm not going to put on for that match. First of all, Luke Shaw. Then you were waiting. I understand the fact that Cassie for this game is one of the best players in the midfield for the game, but if you had a player like Toby Coyler in the side, or perhaps who is fit, and if he was fit, or you had a mainoo, you saw the sub he made. He did that sub, the same sub last week. I think I said it here on the show that you're not going to take this person has the legs to run, and he's still winning balls back. You don't take him out and put him out. He's defending for you, and in the person of Ugarte, he's defending, and you put him and you take him off and you put a Mason Mount to come and attack. Bro, Mason Mount is not defending for you. That's another error sub. And maybe after he has gone 2 goals down, but that's an error sub for me. And this particular sub is an error sub for me. And I felt like, okay, fine. Bringing all those players in to rescue the game was good. Bringing in a mainoo to rescue at least put a little bit of balance in midfield was okay. But you look at the game, now Man United, in general, now comeback kings they be.
Okay, if you look at that game, one of the things I like in this subsidy, you move one defender, introduce another attacker. So sometimes in this game, sometimes you need to change your form, because part of the thing that everybody has been criticizing, he's stubborn with his formation. Whether he's losing, he's winning, he stays with 3 at the back. But this particular one, he removed
Mazraoui at the back.
Yes, but
he removed Mazraoui for sure. Well, he's still the same like for like.
But he still removed Dogu to put another midfielder.
And the thing is, when you took out Mazraoui for sure, you send Euro to the right centre half. This season, Euro never. If you see Euro, what the matches where you go to see Euro play well. Now when he play from that left centre half, the ones who play from the right centre half, now they're the one most disgraced and against Southampton. And other matches where he don't play.
Okay, Euro is capable anyway.
I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm saying he's good enough, but at some point you just need to know that in some games.
Do you know one thing I hate? Personally, I hate when we talk about defenders. For example, you say a defender that if two central defenders they play 5 and 6, then if you now take the other guy, maybe and put in the other side, you say that he's not. I don't like that thing, but I understand what you're saying. It was sometimes, but if you are good,
you're good in the
all round.
So he's good all round, but sometimes there's this negative influence on him on this side.
Okay, the first half 2-0 in the first half. In the second half, Lyon scored 2, Tolisso scored, even though he was sent off later in that game. Extra time came. That's what we are talking about. How can you be 10 and against 11? You are playing at home and you concede 2. Even though that Lyon, I didn't know what happened to Lyon. Some coaches I don't understand. If Namin and Lyon coach,
after scoring 2, you concede 2.
I'll collect all my players and go back. I remember this particular game, Barcelona versus Inter Milan. Inter Milan got a red card. I think Inter scored first and they took a red card. Mourinho told nobody should cross the halfway line again. Lock up shop. That's what Lyon should have done in this, and probably would have look at that.
It wouldn't
Maguire,
have worked because Maguire tore past the other defender.
Okay, look at that.
Once you cross ball, Maguire.
No, what I'm saying, look at that Maguire. Maguire, it was just 1-on-1.
Yes.
1-on-1. And by that time, you should have about 100 defenders
in the 18-yard box.
You already made your subs. You didn't see, you already made the sub with introducing 4 attackers.
No, what I'm saying,
and to get that's to get the comeback.
What I'm saying for Lyon, for Lyon to defend.
That's what I'm saying.
For
the
you to
attackers will not still defend.
After you've gotten the 2 goals in the extra time, you bring everybody into the 18-yard box and pack up shop.
Defend for you because you already made your sub when you were losing 2 goals. You made your sub by taking off defenders.
Are you saying that attackers cannot defend?
Wait now, the way the attackers will defend, the defenders will defend are not the same. You were losing 2-0. Wait, you were losing 2-0, and you take out your best defenders just to and put in offensive players. Look at the small boy. I think Fofana, when they introduced him, the guy wearing number 11 jersey, Fofana, the guy that caused chaos for the goal and the penalty. You get the penalty incident. Fofana, look at the way he performed. Good young player. If he was introduced in the second half of regular time. Look at the other players introduced. They were all offensive players. If it was a case of 1v1 on the floor, I'll say okay, fine, it's good. They can get the balls back. You saw Martinelli doing it for Arsenal. He comes back, he tracks back, defends for Arsenal, and still push the attack. But it's an area door. That boy is small. And now compare that same person with Lacazette with area door against Maguire.
When you possess the ball and you are playing in a defensive position, everybody in your own half, and you possess the ball, you make them come out and chase, and then you release one winger or two into the counter.
Why I'm actually bringing up, there is no way, if I'm a coach, that in that final minute that only Maguire with one defender will be
it there. Cannot happen.
It should like, I'm not saying personally, you made a mistake, but especially for that last goal, there is no way you are actually drawing for maybe 2 minutes to go, and Maguire and one defender will be there. You know Maguire is good at area that you should put 2 men against him.
Even when they had, I think, 6 in the box, Kobe Mainoo got his goal.
I'm interested in that last goal.
You get when they had 6 in the box, Kobe got his goal.
I'm interested in that last goal.
Then you're already 2-2. You maybe their mind not and say 4-4. We no good for penalty. Make we hustle, get the extra winning goal, and that was where that mistake came from.
Okay, let's talk about the extra time. They considered 2. Lyon scored 2. First, Man U scored 2. I think if you look at it generally, you say that it's Man U fault not to defend well, or I don't know what's wrong with Man U. But even though they made to the semi-final of this competition, but you can see that you are not really convinced with the performance at that game. But in that extra time, what do you think that Man U did right in that extra time?
You saw after the first half of the extra time, did you see what Amorim did with the cardboard sheet? He removed everything and started rearranging. Now that rearrangement is what I think Ten Hag did in a game when he took Harry Maguire and sent him to the front line to play. He said something like that after the press conference that he had to put Maguire to, because he's the only one that can get the area goals. So he rearranged. Papa just sit down for ground, rearrange the whole settings. So everybody thought I know if he changed, I know if he changed. Make I change settings, and he arranged your settings. But the settings taken with the original plan. But the thing is, you're not seeing you are seeing Maguire as a point now. You're seeing the Kobe Mainoo. You're seeing other players playing out of position. But you in your mind, and you're seeing Bruno play deep as defender. He played it last season, I think, under Ten Hag last season before the winning of the Carabao Cup, or was it the FA Cup season? Bruno played as a centre back. You get playing as a centre back allows him that room to send long balls into the opposition's final third. if there's if those long passes in, and that kind of room creates chance for, okay, fine, let my creative players play deep, let everybody that can get the aerial duels, that can win the aerial duels, play in the final third. Let's see if we can get something out of it. And that was all, it worked. You get, it's still with the original plan of 3 at the back, one defender in between them, Bruno and Casemiro creating the most chances.
Okay, John, Amorim, if you look at his tactics in 120 minutes, would you say that he's making maybe progress at reaching the semi-final of this competition? Is actually progress, but do you think generally he's making progress with this team?
I think we've not begun to see him make progress at Manchester United till he gets his own players. You know, it's going to be glimmers and flashes of brilliance. It's going to be glimmers and flashes of games, because for all the highs Manchester United fans are enjoying today, a loss tomorrow or next tomorrow or whatever will destroy the entire process. So for you to begin to see some consistency and some improvement, real tangible improvement, he needs to get his guys in. But good one for him.
In his part of the thing he said after the game and his post-match interview is that he's going to focus 100% on the Europa League. He's going to trust kids in the Premier League because there's nothing to play. Even if he wins all these games, I don't think he's even going to make that top 10. But he's going to focus all his focus is going to be on Europa League. The problem that he's going to play Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Club, which is actually a tough team to play. But I think it's a good decision for him to make.
Atletico Bilbao is a small team now. They're very minute, microscopic, very something team.
See, then don't be out of the Europa League. Eye open.
But
You can survive.
The decision to just focus on Europa League is actually the right decision for him to make.
You want United? We need. Sorry, not if I tell how win, I realize I'm going United. They need to play Champions League next
Have
season.
you seen what I've been saying
No,
here?
as an English fan, we need to be playing Champions League next season.
Yeah,
They've increased English slots. They've increased slots to 5.
5. So
If Man U win,
you go be
6. If Tottenham, Chelsea,
they will go Europa League.
numbers will increase. The fees will increase until maybe this thing. You get. And if another team outside the top 8 win FA Cup, something like Crystal Palace now, you can increase the number of teams they play Europa League. So we can have. It's going to be interesting when you have maybe a couple of 11 teams from the Premier League playing in Europe next season.
Wow.
You go sweet.
Okay,
I mean, no, I think
it's the right decision.
It's not even
if
sweet,
Chelsea win Conference League and they finish out of top 8, they go
Europa League.
Europa League. You get. If Crystal Palace win FA Cup, they go Europa League. You get. That's how many now? That's 2 plus the initial 5. Then if Man U or Tottenham win, they make it 6 in the Champions League. So 6 plus 2. And you know, if next regular night, then the other extra team will play a playoff. So it could create 9 or 10 or 11 teams that could play the Champions
It's
League.
8
European
max.
teams.
Okay,
You get
let's
next season.
Let's see. Though, but I think, John, it's a good thing for Amorim to just
Good game plan, man. Good game
just
plan.
focus on the Europa League if he can win it, even though they're playing Atletico Club.
You know, he's not getting past Atletico Club. Let's call it as it is, because he is not going to get past Nico and Inaki Williams.
He need
Not
that
possible.
thing. When
That's
Dogu,
one first.
Dogu and Mazraoui.
That's one first. Then secondly, which defense is he going to use to withstand these 2 players?
Okay, let's see what Amorim is going to do. He is focusing on the Europa League. They are in the semi-final of the Europa League. They beat Lyon 5-4 and 7-6 on aggregate. So they are going to play in that semi-final of Europa League. In other semi-final of the Europa League, Atletico Club beat Rangers, so they are going to play
2-0.
2-0. They are going to play Manchester United in that semi-final. Spurs going to Germany to beat Frankfurt 1-0. And finally,
One penalty.
Lazio winning, even though they won against Bodo and Glimt, but they went on penalty. Bodo and Glimt won that penalty 3-2. So Spurs will play Bodo and Glimt in other semi-final. But in this particular game, it was an interesting game. Goals were flying everywhere. 2 goals for Manchester United in 120 minutes plus to win that game against Lyon. Good game all around. A good game. 9 goals in a particular game. Very good for, especially for neutrals. It was a fantastic game. But let's see if Amorim, if he's focusing on this Europa League, will help him win the Europa League, because they need it for them to play Champions League next season.